Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Dylan Chaser, and I'm back at again with another video. And today's video, I'm talking about the story of how I was in the Joplin, Missouri tornado. If you guys don't know what the Joplin tornado, Missouri is, Joplin, Missouri tornado, it was the most powerful tornado we had in U.S. history. At least I know about it. Yes, I was in it, but not like I was in it, but I really wasn't in it. I mean, you know. So moving on. Just a second. Alright, back at it. So, it was May 22nd, 2011. Joplin, Missouri, 2011, and I mean, I was traveling back from Arizona, because back from Arizona, and I mean, it's just scary. I mean, we went there for my sister's graduation, 8th grade graduation, and we came back, and I mean, this town, no, when we're on the way there, way back from the first time, because we moved back, it was good, really good town, really big, and good people and everything. So, yes, guys, if you could tell, I am sick, and we went through it. It was like another like chill coffee. Okay, so on the way back, this is when it starts to get scary. On the way back from my sister's graduation, we it was like this, like perfectly sunny outside. Then we started to go towards Joplin, and it got cloudy, like partly cloudy, like probably like this, like that cloudy. It was about 4 o'clock. And it started to get darker. I was like, okay, maybe there's a thunderstorm. And on my phone, on my mom's phone, by the time I was only like 8, on my mom's phone, it said like, okay, severe thunderstorm warning, because we knew that we were going to get hit sometime and somewhere, sometime, in some place. Okay, so my mom's like, okay, shake it off. It's just going to be another thunderstorm. We already went through this, but it was deadly. This one was by far the deadliest tornado I ever saw. So, I mean, from local, I read a lot of books from it and stuff. A local storm chaser said this was probably the most invisible. Oh, I see somebody. And, sorry, I need to close my blinds. The sun, like, I'm broadcasting from my room, and the sun is, like, seriously right in my eyes. Hold on just a second. There we go. So, it started to get dark, like really dark. I mean, this is probably the darkest I ever saw. And it started to get cloudy, like cloudy, and so I was like, okay, it's something. I mean, this didn't sound right, because it was a hot, humid day, right around 85 degrees in May, and it started to get cold. Like, all of a sudden, it was 85 humidity. The humidity went up so high. And when it was at like a 25, it went up to like an 89. I mean, that's how bad it got in less than 10 minutes. And my ears started to pop. I was like, okay, something ain't right. Which I used to live in Arizona, so I was kind of used to it. But my mom was like, this something ain't right. Like, you could tell this whole day was kind of like, like something bad's gonna happen. And so looked back and it was like an ocean in the sky. Like there's waves. It looks like waves everywhere. And uh-oh. What am I doing? And, okay. Somebody else is here. I'm gonna try to. Hold on! And so I'm sorry, I got distracted. Got him. I mean, and so I looked back, it was like, it was pitch dark, like you couldn't see it, and it was still 5 o'clock at night. Where's all his loot? Well, that guy didn't succeed in life at all. Really. And so, I mean, it was black then. You know, the siren started to go off. Like, ooh, I was like, okay, something ain't fishy. Something ain't right. And I heard from Joplin, there's a lot of, like, mistaking sirens go off and stuff. So I was like, okay, this, I didn't know about this. And my mom was like, okay, we need to stop the car and go somewhere and, like, protect. And so we stopped, like, at a gas station to see what's up. Then on the way to the gas station, we heard those, like, what you call? Oh, he had a double barrel. And so we stopped at a local gas station to say what's going on, and the local gas station said, take shelter because there's a tornado coming our way. I was like, okay. So my mom didn't really take shelter because, I mean, we're like 5 minutes away from it. I know it's stupid not to take shelter from EF5 tornado. Then it says, I see somebody over there. God, people just leave me alone. And so you see somebody over here, guys? I did. And my ears started popping again and went down to 65 degrees. 65 degrees, and the 80, like, I mean, this humanity was just up the roof, like, wow. I had to reload. That was bogus. And so, it started to like, and we looked back, it was pitch dark, and it was started to start pouring down rain, like all of a sudden pouring, boom, like that. And as more it started raining, the more it started to go darker. Then it started hailing, like golf ball size hail. So of course my mom was going like 100 on the highway, and like we didn't know there's a tornado. Well, it got like so dark, like we kind of like, oh, something ain't right. And so we made it out of there safely. That's all I can remember. It took us, I mean, we were right outside of it, like probably where the cutoff is. It destroyed this. It killed, I think, 100, like 300, like 350 people or something like that. And I mean, this tornado was brutal. And once we got back to Illinois, where I live, we knew that it was an EF5 tornado, and we're like, holy shit, what the fuck did we just go into? And so of course my sister stayed in Arizona, so we had to go drive all the way back and forth. We went through the Joplin tornado damage, and this damage, I mean, unbelievable. Like we just went through it like not even a week ago, and it's still like, what the hell happened? And so that's my story, how I went to Joplin, Missouri tornado. Now the second story gets kind of violent. Second story is Washington, Illinois tornado. If you don't know it, look it up. It was a tornado that happened in Washington, Illinois, about 10 minutes away from my live. This was an EF3 tornado, so category 3, which is medium size, not big but not small. And it was November 17th, 2015. 2015, something like that. We had severe thunderstorms coming in. And okay, I kind of knew that. Okay, I've been in a tornado before. This is not what it looks like. Double barrel. And so I was like, okay, this is just another thunderstorm. And my dad had basketball games at a high school, and I went with them with my friends. And so we were watching the weather station, and they said, "Oh, right, we're gonna start taking shelter now, because we have severely tornadoes," and they issued a tornado warning and watch, and severe thunderstorm warning, and we're like, okay, normal. But only thing that wasn't normal is when I see something. What? Where was he at? 1 HP. That, see right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's rigged right there. And so we went to this high school. This was probably a half hour away. I'm gonna play one more match, and we heard the tornado sirens go off. On the way, so my dad was like, okay, I'm just gonna trying to get there, see if the games are canceled or not. Washington could not make it. This is weird. Washington could not make it, and they were playing. They could not make it to the game. And this was a Sunday, so everybody was in church when this happened. And it started to get, it didn't get dark, it just got really stormy clouds and all that. Like, we didn't know there was a tornado that happened in Washington. Like, I lived 10 minutes away from it. I did not even know, like, there's a tornado in Washington. I mean, this is probably luck. Now, I'm not saying they're lucky that I got a tornado, but this is just like, wait, what? Like, nobody knew we were gonna have a tornado, okay? So, meteorologist Chuck Collins, that's his name, said, and I quote, after, when everything was over, says, Washington, Illinois got an EF3 tornado. We are unaware of this happening. Prayers in our hands. That's what I don't remember the exact words he said. And he also said, it killed 4 people. It damaged over 100. an EF3 tornado. I mean, I was like, this. I thought it was fake at first. I was like, this is fake. Like, okay, I didn't believe it. Later that night, we went up to Washington. We're like, this is real. Like, what the, like, come on. And so I never really personally experienced a tornado. Like, Joplin was probably the closest I got to a tornado. Like, at Joplin, Missouri, it was like no other thing I could explain. Number one, it was dangerous. Number two, if you're ever in a tornado, please notify something. If you're just by yourself, please go outside, get in a ditch or something. I mean, this is not cool being a tornado. I mean, I could have died that night, and I was only 9 years old, and I didn't know what's going on, so I started like tearing, like, oh my god, I'm scared. I mean, I have been close to a couple of funnel clouds, like 100 yards. Like 100 yards, that's damn close, like. So that was my experience with the Washington tornado. Now this is Pekin story. Pekin is like 25-30 minutes away. We knew that we were gonna have storms that day, and it was just cloudy. Humanity starts to go up. So I was like, okay, since cloudy, storm clouds come in, humanity starts to go up, and we're like, okay, we're used to this, blah blah blah. Weather started to go down now. Like, okay, something ain't right. And they issued a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm like, okay, something's fishy with this. So, of course, I was at my friend's house, my dad's friends and all that, you know. And we're on the way home, and it was a bit weird. Like, because if you look at another sky, it is like perfectly clear, and look at another sky, it's like cloudy, and you see these like funnel clouds like forming. Like, okay, then maybe this is a scuff cloud. If you don't know what a scuff cloud is, it's like a cloud that looks like a funnel cloud, which it really isn't. Ooh. And so we went across this bridge, and we're like, oh, like if this would have formed on the ground, it would be an EF5. Like, this thing was, no, like an EF3. I mean, we're at least 100 yards away, and there's storm chasers all down that road, and all of them were like, get back, or are you gonna get hurt? Like, I was thankful. Like, get back, you guys are gonna get hurt. If the tornado's gonna hurt you, blah blah blah. And we seriously stopped to turn the car away, and the sirens went off. We're like, okay, did it like touch or anything? And it started to dissolve really quickly. Funnel clouds, there's one actually last Friday night. I'm dead serious. There's a funnel cloud last Friday night in Chillicothe. Like, no, like, it was just like this. I mean, I think it was kind of a scuff cloud. Like, this tornado, if it formed, it wouldn't be a tornado. And, I mean, like, that's small. People are like, oh my god, it's a tornado, we're gonna die. And we're at a high school football game. I was in Chillicothe. Like, there was no rain, no hail, no lightning, thunder, no wind at all. And people say, heard from my grandma, that if there's no wind, if it all of a sudden gets like really, really, really bad, then it just stops, there's a tornado on the ground. And so, like, I knew because there's no wind or nothing, it never started raining. I mean, I had a couple times that I think a tornado just swept through Chillicothe. I mean, like, I was living at my house once and it got so, like, rainy and all that, I think a tornado just touched down, went not even 5 seconds on the ground and touched right back up. I mean, that's how bad weather can be. And I was reading the book. It's called I Survived the Joplin Tornado, Missouri. I was reading about it because, of course, I was in it. So I was like, okay, I want to see what the author knows about it. She knew a lot about it. I mean, Lauren Stratus, I mean, it's pretty cool. And I mean, I could actually write a whole book on it. So that is my story of the tornadoes. If you have any stories about the tornadoes, hit me up down below. I'm sorry this is like a 16-minute video. I mean, I have to dispatch out in the video so I can show you guys the highlights. I know half of you guys are like, how do you like your new school, blah blah blah. Every school has good bads and the goods, and I think this school lunch, they've been feeding us spoiled milk the last 2 weeks. So I think this is the reason why I am sick, because I've been drinking that spoiled milk. And if you don't like stupid stuff like seriously, in this school you get free lunches and free everything, and we're like, okay. Like, my family is that kind of family. We'll tell you how it is. If you don't like it, I'm gonna shut up. I know. What? Teaming, you guys see that? That's teaming. Solos, this is teaming. Teaming, obviously. God, what does Fortnite come to? Teaming. You guys see that? They were seriously teaming. So that is it, guys, from this video. Please subscribe, like the video, and comment.